Hi, my name is Rishabh and I have create project on classification problem having unbalanced data. For example, suppose you are in finance company like people and you have lots of transactions and some of transactions would be fraudulent and most of are genuine transactions. So if you want to predict fraudulent transaction by choosing your favorite classifier, you get might not get good performance. So like this problem, we have a data set. The title of data set is bank marketing, and data set containing two CSV file, bank CSV file, bankfull.csv, which is containing all the examples, and bank.csv, which is containing 10% of example randomly selected from bank. So if you want to download data, you can click here. So the past uses of data was used for data mining for bank direct marketing, and the data is related with direct marketing campaigns of a Portuguese banking institution. The marketing campaign were based on phone calls. Often more than one contact to the same client was required in order to access if the product bank deposit would be subscribed or not subscribed. The classification goal is to predict if client will subscribe the term deposit or not. So I have used Python libraries, pandas to load data, and we matplotlib to visualize data. And when we load data, this is how data looks like: age, job, marital, education, default, balance, housing. Those are the variables, or we can say column name of our data set. And this is y variable, which can be our target variable or target column. So the data information is like we have 17 columns, we have 45,211 entries, and uh, columns having both categorical and numerical values. Those are the name of our variables, or we can say column names of our data analysis. Let's quickly see descriptive data analysis of our data. So here is a data frame where we have count, mean, standard deviation, minimum value, 25%, 50%, 75%, and max value of our columns. So there are 45,211 entries in each variable, and the average or mean of age is 40, standard deviation is 10, minimum value is 18, and maximum value is 95. And those are the quartiles of our data. So we can see only numerical value observations here. Now we have grouped by our target value of data with mean. So the mean of age is 40. Regarding to nose means the term deposit bank, which is the user which haven't subscribed, and yes, we have 40% age mean. So those are the observation, mean observation grouped by a target variable. So those are the counts of target classes. No class have those number of observations, and yes have those number of observations. So as we see that there is imbalance in our target classes. So we can see the percentage of our target value is 11% for yes and 88% for no value. Now I have plotted a graph or a heat graph, or I can say that a heat map to see if there is any null value or missing value in our data. So we can see that there are no any missing values in our data by checking the sum of missing values. So there are no missing values in our data. Data visualization according to age distribution, we can see the ratio of our target classes, yes or no. We can see those people have subscribed the term deposit and those haven't subscribed. Uh, According to age, we have frequency plot here. We can see frequencies of age and can see the ratio of our target classes in this plot. Now, according to variable marital, and we can see the classes of marital column, and we can see divorced ratio of subscription, marital ratio of subscription, and single, those are single, the ratio of subscription. And now we can see the scatter plot by age and distribution. We can see here the people who have subscribed or not subscribed the term deposit. Then we have pair plots. In pair plot, we can see the distribution and various graphs which represents the target classes according to age, balance, and duration, where we can see this that the distribution, how many of people have subscribed or not subscribed the term deposit bank according to age, according to balance, and according to duration. Now we can see count plot of our target value. We can see the majority of no is very higher and yes is very low in the data set. Now we have correlation between several variables. So we can see the correlation here of variables between variables. As we can see here, the correlation matrix. Now we use ordinal on encoder to convert yes or no's into numerical values, 0 and 1s. Now let's see pre-modeling. First we will select feature variables and then we will choose target variable. We know already our target variable is y in our data set, and we have removed some of columns from our data set to gather our feature data. So this is the feature data looks like. We have age, default, balance, duration, campaign, paydays, and previous. Now we will use logistic regression classifier to predict classes of target value of our target class. So we are using logistic regression as a baseline model, and we are using pipeline to automate our work. We are using train test split, which will split our training data and test data. And we are using ordinal encoder. As we discussed earlier, we will transform our categorical values into numerical, and we are using standard scaler to scale values of our feature data, which will help to machine learning algorithm to fit model and predict. Now we have classification report and confusion matrix to check performance of our model. So here we are taking categorical and numerical columns of feature data. We are transforming them into pipelines by assigning standard scalar and ordinal encoder. Then we are splitting our feature data and target data. There are 70% of data which collected for training and 30% of data which is collected for testing phase of our model. So we have fit logistic regression in pipeline and our data, pre-processed data. Then we fit the values of our data, training data into model. We have got 82% of score by using logistic regression. Then we will check classification report to see the performance. As we discussed earlier, there is huge difference between target classes. We have two target classes, 0 and 1, and we can see the precision of target class 0 is 88% and 100% for recall and 94% for F1 score. Recall indicates the data is correctly recognized. Recall can be defined as ratio of total number of correct classified positive example divided to the total number of example. And to get precision values, we divide the total number of correctly classified positive example by the total number of predicted positive examples. The higher precision indicates an example labeled as positive, indeed positive. So F1 score is sensitivity of any model. So we have 0 F1 score, recall and precision for target class 1, which is called yes, says as yes. So we need to improve our balanced data. So as we can see earlier we have seen, and now we are also seeing the difference between target classes. There is huge difference between target classes. So to to improve our target classes balance, we use IMB learned sampling library and techniques to improve difference between classes, to balance classes of our target variable. So here again we are transforming our categorical variables into numerical variables, and then we are scaling it. We are using standard scale to scale our feature values. Then we are using smooth we use smooth to generate samples in our data to balance classes. So we are using smooth here. Now by using smooth, we can see the classes have balanced. Then after, again we are using logistic regression, which will give predictions to us. We are fitting training data into logistic regression object. Then after we are checking score, we have 76% of score. And now after we are checking classification report, in classification report, we have seen uh, we have improved 0 to 79% of for class 1, and recall score for class 71% for recall score, and for F1 score we have got 75%. So we have improved our recall and F1 score by using sampling techniques. So we need to improve it further to get better predictions. So we are using decision tree classifier to predict target classes. So we have got 87% of score by using a decision tree. Now we have classification report of for decision tree model. We have precision 80%, 87% for class 1, and recall score for class 1 is 88%, and F1 score is 87%. So we have improved much better than our logistic regression model in decision tree. So we can improve it more. We will use random forest classifier to improve it more. So we have fitted training and testing training data into random forest model, and we have got testing score is 91% and training score is 99%, which is quite good. Now if we will check the classification report for random forest model, so we have observed that for class 1 precision is 90, recall is 93, and F1 score is 91, which is much improved than earlier models. So after implementing, creating model, we will deploy to check our model. We have for class 1, for class 1 data, we have take this row as an input to check, and for class 0 we have taken this row as an input in our deployment model. So we will deploy it. We are using pickle library to save our model. So we have dump model and we have saved in binary file. Now we have loaded our model and inserting for 0, we have inserted this row. This row and we have got 0, and for uh, 1 we have inserted this row, and we have got result as we want. So thanks for watching it.